Hi guys, so it's the off season, and believe it or not, I've been getting a lot of requests for from new customers and or people that want to check me out. Now, the first thing I get asked is, "Are you taking new clients?" Yeah, absolutely. People come and go. I mean, I retain most of my clients, but there's five or six of them or so that unfortunately pass away or stop using me for whatever reason, go with another guy, or they want to do it themselves. And I get a few of those back, but stuff happens. So yeah, I taking new customers, getting a new customer is never a problem. Um, Now, as far as what I need to do your tax return, I need your basic info, like like your mailing address. Now, your mailing address may be different than what's on your driver's license. I need a copy of your driver's license as well. I need your email, cell phone number, because I'm going to want to send you a link at the end of all this so that you can digitally sign that tax return. So mailing address, basic info, driver's license picture, social security number, and then if you got dependents, kids, parents, you're married, then I'm going to want to know: are you going to claim them? Are you going to file single, head of household if you have kids but aren't married? If you're going to file married filing joint, if you're going to file married filing separate. Let's say you are married, but for whatever reason, you and your wife or partner want to file separate. Fine. I just need to know that. So right off the bat, the basic things I need. I need a copy of your previous year's tax return, because you might have some stuff on that return that can carry forward to this one that can give you a better outcome. I'm going to need all your income documents, all W-2s, all 1099s. Anything with a 1099 on it means you got paid, like a 1099 NEC, a 1099 miscellaneous, a 1099 DIV, a 1099 INT, a 1099B, which is your, your Robinhood statement or your trading account statement, or a statement from cryptocurrency exchanges. They'll send you a 1099B as well. If you are a member of another corporation, or you get a payout from another company, they'll send you a K1. And sometimes those are negative, sometimes they're positive. Either way, it affects your bottom line. So I need copies of that. I need to know what type of work you do, which sounds crazy, but yeah, I need to know what you do, because based on what you do, I'm going to look for specific expenses that you might not be thinking of. Okay, because I've done so many different returns. I've done thousands of returns, by the way. Cell phone costs. Now, if you do have a cell phone, I mean, this is a no-brainer that you're going to use your cell phone for work. Like, who doesn't? What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get like I said, like I discussed in an earlier video, you're going to want get a home phone of some kind. Okay. Now, as far as the rest of the expenses that are deductible, some things that you might not think about is stuff that you had to pay back to people. Like, let's say you clean carpets and you did a job for somebody and they didn't like it. They paid for it and you went and tried to fix it and they still didn't like it, so you had to give them their money back. Okay, that's deductible right off the bat. And I'm going to go right down the standard list, which is on a Schedule C, so that you can look this up yourself. I'm going to put a link in the text of this video so you can go look at a Schedule C, print it off for yourself. The first one is advertising. Anything you spend on advertising. Now, advertising can be business cards, flyers, stuff people don't think of. PPC campaigns, if you SEO your website itself is a form of advertisement. There's lots of ways to advertise. So whatever you spend money on that's considered advertisement that reaches the customers is going to be advertising. Car and truck expenses. I need to know make and model, how many miles you drove for that, that year, that was business and how many you drove overall, because it takes a percentage. How many cars you have if you're using different ones for business. Contract labor, if you paid anybody to do your job for you, like you couldn't do it, so you got to pay somebody to go do it, what you paid them is deductible. Also, any commissions and fees like, for your bank account, commissions that you pay somebody, like it's kind of like a tip, a commission, so that's all deductible. Now, depreciation comes in when you list property that, say you have a truck that you only use for business and it's worth $20,000. Well, every year it depreciates in value. So, that's a deduction as well. Also, your home office, your house is going to be depreciation. So I need your 1098s, okay? A 1098 is a mortgage statement. Also, your property tax statement, both deductible. If you paid taxes, like a lot of truck drivers have this company called Glowstone. That's just basic taxes, or any, state and local taxes that you had to pay that for that year for your business. Then there's just the employee benefits program. If you have employees and you have a 1099, not a 1099, but an LLC, and you do a 1120 for your LLC, and it's a Chapter S, that means you have employees. Anything that you give them or pay them or whatever as a benefit is deductible. The payroll is deductible. The payroll taxes are deductible. Okay, insurance, clearly. Some people need errors and omissions. Some people need professional liability. They insure their equipment, any kind of insurance. Interest, which is deductible. Like, say you have a credit card that you use only for business, and you're carrying a balance. Okay, that interest you pay on the balance is a deduction. If you have one of those fancy credit cards where you got to pay $600-700 a year just to use it, just to have it, that's deductible. I already talked about mortgage. Okay, legal and professional services. What I charge you is deductible. If you hired a lawyer for whatever reason, that's deductible. Office expenses. If you have an office in your house and you bought furniture for it, that's deductible. If you pay pension and profit sharing plans for your employees, that's deductible. Any rent that you have to pay, or leases. Let's say say you're a hairdresser and you rent that booth, in somebody's shop. That's deductible. Any other business property like a laptop, pens and pencils, whatever you need that you bought for the business that year. Repairs and maintenance. Now, repairs and maintenance has to do with, you punched a hole in a wall or whatever, you had to fix it up in your office, or, that kind of thing. You had to replace the window because somebody threw a brick through it, something like that. Also, it could apply to if you drive a semi. That normally doesn't go there, but sometimes I could put it there. Any supplies, like beauty supplies, hair color, anything that you don't inventory, but you buy when, as you need it. Like you carry a blonde, dye, and you run out of it. You got to go buy some more. That's a deduction. Whatever type of supplies you have to buy. Taxes and licenses. I already mentioned taxes, but licenses. If you have to renew your whatever license every year, driver's license, if you're a driver, there's a ton of different licenses, whatever license you have to apply. Another thing that's not really a tax or license, but people have to do a continuing education. That's a deduction if it's specifically for your business. Travel and meals. Now, travel and meals, you have to stay overnight okay, in order to have this count. Otherwise, it goes somewhere else. And when you get the receipt for the meal, you want to put the name of the person on it and what it was for as a receipt. Hotel and lodging is travel, that kind of thing. Utilities. If you work from a home office or you have a separate place that you rent and they make you pay utilities for that, I need to know that. Your home office is going to be whatever you pay for your monthly utilities from your house. A percentage of that is deductible. Now, some buildings have there's an energy efficient commercial building deduction, or if you bought something that was energy efficient, it has to be over a certain amount. It has to fit specific criteria, but let me know because I might be able to deduct some portion of that expense for you. And there's a bunch of other expenses. Whatever you think is an expense for your business, let me know. And that's just going down the Schedule C. And like I said, I'm putting a link for this Schedule C, for a Schedule C in here. And that's basically the bottom line of it. Those are all the things I need. It sounds like a lot, but I'll put all this into the text of the video. And check out the video that talks about keeping your cell phone deduction. Yeah, you're going to want to look at that. Any other questions, give me a call. Oh, I'm always happy to take new clients. Just want to reiterate that. My number is 503-705-1521. That's my business number and my cell. And also, I'm available, obviously, via email, maxinman@gmail.com. And hit me up. I'm here for you.